Hello everyone, Storm Owen here. Today we'll be taking a look into the wildfire danger out of California. We also do have a system that be going across from the Gulf states up to the Ohio Valley that could bring in a flash flooding threat. So we're going to get started with the wildfire danger across California. Currently, right now, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Even Los Angeles having a warm 91 degrees currently. Some very warm temperatures here across parts of California. The areas to be focused on is parts of like Sacramento and Los Angeles and maybe even Bakersfield, I do believe as well. There is red flag warnings there. Take them seriously because these winds here will probably be pretty gusty at times. So here's the European model at 5 o'clock today. Very gusty winds up north. If we compare it to the temperatures, it's pretty warm up there. So there's probably a chance for some wildfires up near Sacramento. Los Angeles, not that much of a gust of winds. But as we continue, still very gusty winds up north. So that could increase wildfire concerns. But if we move it to Thursday, look at Los Angeles there. We're starting to see some winds gusting. Even the European model shows estimated temperatures in Los Angeles of 97 degrees. Look at these wind gusts up to 54 miles per hour. If we go a little bit up north, where the winds have been gusty, it's been calmed down a little bit with temperatures in the mid-80s. Very warm temperatures out near Los Angeles. Definitely a wildfire threat to watch, and you can see here it comes down on Friday. So basically what I'm going to say here is be prepared to evacuate, especially for parts of Los Angeles for tomorrow, even maybe parts of around the Sacramento area as well, where you do have the potential for some wildfires. Also, the air there is very dry. So you got temperatures in the upper 80s for some spots, or even potential low 90s with very dry air and winds gusting up to 55 miles per hour. That's a pretty good combination for wildfire fuel right there. So got to keep an eye on the wildfires for tomorrow. Just be prepared to evacuate. Now let's go ahead and move on to the flash flooding threat across parts of the Gulf states. The Tennessee and the Ohio valleys here. So what we do have going on here, you got the low pressure here, but I do want to back this up really quick here. Strong rain and thunder. You know what I'm seeing? Well, if you don't, what I'm saying here is the European model, even the GFS as well, has been predicting snow across parts of Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico, which is pretty ridiculous. But we'll also know there is a small chance of severe weather across parts of Texas, but we're not going to cover that. The main threat will be large hail with that, so nothing to worry about. Same thing going later to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There could be a marginal risk, but the chances are very low. So we're not going to go into severe weather with this system. As you can see here, it pushes eastward, then you will start to see a northern turn with this when it hits Louisiana here. Currently, your low pressure is by Houston at this point, bringing in some heavy rain to some areas. Now you can see the low pressure's popped up. You can see it's starting to move a little bit to the north. You can see all this rain here coming in here from the Gulf. So a lot of moisture. But as you get a little bit further up north, the rain starts to increase across parts of Tennessee and Kentucky, even Indiana. If we do continue on into Saturday here, that heavy rain actually does stick around to parts of Tennessee and Kentucky there, and it just keeps on going and going with all that rain. And you can see it then it pushes up to the northeast. What's the GFS solution here? Pretty much we have an agreement on this here system. As you can tell here, pretty heavy rain across for pretty much the same areas here. We keep on backing this up, you can see some heavy rain across parts of Mississippi, Alabama as well there. Now the NAM, however, doesn't go that far out, but we can look into Saturday here. Friday. You can see those rainfall totals there. Let's look into the next 60 hours here. Even around Jackson, wow, 4 inches of rain. I think that's a little overdone there. But we'll go in and look into the NAM 12K. See if it's suggestion there. But it is updating currently, so here comes your low pressure system developing by Texas. You can see with all that snow on the backside, some very chilly air on the backside of that. So we could continue on, but let's go ahead and go back to 12Z with this here. So continue on. Big rain shield just moving north. For the same situation, you got a trending line of storms from south to north here. That's what we've been seeing for a while now. Let's go back here. Let's move on to the European model. So let's go for the next 24 hours. Alright, not much. Next 3 days here. Starting to get some of those high amounts in here. Up to 4 inches already for parts of Mississippi and Tennessee. Even around down Lake Charles there. Could see some high amounts as well. 7.4 inches rain. Potentially. Then we move to the next 5 days. Look at some of these heavy amounts across parts of Kentucky. I saw over 7 inches of rain there. Yeah, definitely a lot of rain to keep an eye on. So this is definitely a flash flooding threat. So I won't be surprised we see flash flood watches to be issued across parts of Mississippi, maybe even Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. We probably might see maybe in Louisiana as well with that. The rainfall amounts from the GFS here. Now, it is a little bit widespread, but the rainfall amounts are a little bit lower. Pretty much 1 to 3 inches of rain, but maybe even up to 4 inches of rain as well with this system here. If we go back to the NAM here, let's look into the precipitation there. Already, it hasn't reached up to the north quite yet, but we do see amounts peaking at 5 inches of rain for some areas, either from western Kentucky back down into Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, maybe even Arkansas, Louisiana as well up there. I did make a rainfall forecast here. Now, it is hard to see here. As you can tell here, so trace to 1 inch in the lightest green. The darkest green is 1 to 2 inch. The second shade of green, I should say, is 1 to 2 inches. The darkest shade of green is 2 to 3 inches of rain, and then the yellow is 3 to 5 inches. This may need to be extended southeastward. Now, this is Friday into Sunday only here for the rainfall amounts. These rainfall amounts will probably more than likely be extended to the southwest, more into Mississippi and Louisiana. Probably not the 3 to 5 inch range, but the 1 to 2 inches and the 2 to 3 inches range will probably be more than likely needed. So here's a good look in here. You can see the 3 to 5 inches rain might need to be backed off from Ohio, but we'll see about that. You can see it extends from nearby Cincinnati, Columbus, back down into a little bit past Nashville, Tennessee, to Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky there. So yeah, the bullseye I'm keeping an eye on is more than likely going to be Central Kentucky, Central Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama there. That's where the bullseye's been so far. Like, we've seen the isolated amounts back down into Louisiana. We'll see about that there. I mean, it is still possible, but I mean, there is probably some uncertainty there as well. So yeah, guys, this argument for guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this fire danger across California and the flash flooding threat across parts from the Gulf states into the Ohio Valley. I'll make another video sometime. There's something really interesting that comes behind the system. Well, not behind the system, but the next system could bring something even more. Not rainfall-wise, but actually a big-time trough. We'll be talking about that in the next video, though. So, yeah, if y'all did like this video, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you all guys get any questions about this, you put in the comment section down below. I'll answer you guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.